Welcome to Staff Works Explained. I invite you to this video where we'll be talking about Kenya's dream to become a nuclear energy producer. If it's your first time here, I encourage you to subscribe to this channel, comment, like and share. And for repeat viewers, we thank you for the support that you have accorded this channel. The question that we'll be asking ourselves here is, Kenya dream to become a nuclear energy producer realizable? Kenya has been exploring the possibility of introducing nuclear energy into its energy mix, and this is mainly to address the country's growing demand for electricity. In this video, we are going to cover some details on the plans to develop the nuclear energy in Kenya. In 2010, the Kenya Ministry of Energy commissioned a feasibility study to assess the country's suitability for nuclear power generation. The study concluded that nuclear energy was a viable option for Kenya, and it went ahead to recommend that the country proceed with plans to develop a nuclear power plant. The Kenya government identified a site in Kilifi County along the coast of Indian Ocean as the location for the country's first nuclear plant. The site was selected for its proximity to the sea, and this was seen as a way to provide a reliable source of cooling water for the plant. In 2019, the Kenya Parliament passed the Nuclear Energy Bill, which provides a legal framework for the development, regulation, and use of nuclear energy in the country. The bill was to establish a nuclear power energy agency, NuPea, which is responsible for implementing Kenya Nuclear Energy Program. The Nuclear Power Energy Agency has developed a 15-year strategic plan for the implementation of Kenya Nuclear Power Program. The strategic plan covers 22 key issues that are vital for the establishment of the necessary infrastructure which is related to nuclear power program in the country. The strategic plan provides a detailed action plan for each of the 22 issues, action points required in all the three phases of the nuclear power program, with a clear mechanism for risk identification and mitigation. The strategic plan ensures the seamless achievement of the activities at each step in the development of the nuclear infrastructure. The roles of the relevant institutions are also be enshrined in this strategic plan. Kenya has been seeking partnership with other countries and organizations to support the development of its nuclear energy program. Kenya signed a Memorandum of Understanding (MOU) with China General Nuclear Power Corporation (CGN) for cooperation of development of nuclear power. The MOU with this Chinese company covers areas such as feasibility studies, site selection, financing, construction, operation and decommissioning of nuclear plants. The agreement was signed in 2014 and was aimed at exploring the potential of nuclear energy in meeting Kenya growing electricity demand. In 2015, Kenya signed yet another MOU with South Korea Nuclear Power Company to collaborate on nuclear energy development. In 2016, Kenya also signed an agreement with the International Atomic Energy Agency (IAEA), which was to develop the legal and regulatory framework for the country's nuclear energy program. Kenya has also signed an MOU with Russia's State Atomic Energy Corporation (Rosatom) to cooperate in the development of nuclear energy for peaceful purposes. The agreement covers a wide range of areas, including design, construction, operation, and decommissioning of nuclear power plants. It also includes development of nuclear infrastructure, the use of nuclear energy for non-electric application, and training of personnel. Under this agreement, Rosatom was to provide technical assistance and expertise in the development of Kenya Nuclear Power Program, including the preparation of feasibility studies, site selection, licensing procedures. In addition, Rosatom was to offer support in the financing, construction, and operation of nuclear power plants, as well as training local personnel. The agreement provided for establishment of a nuclear research and training center in Kenya, which was to be used to train local specialists in various areas of nuclear energy, such as safety, radiation protection, and waste management. Uh, in December 2022, the United States and Kenya signed an MOU uh, of understanding, a memorandum of understanding concerning strategic civil nuclear cooperation, NCMOU. The MOU improves the cooperation of energy security and strengthening diplomatic and economic relationship between the two countries. The cooperation in nuclear energy, science and technology, as identified by the MOU, has the potential to make significant contribution to clean energy goals, agricultural efforts, availability of clean water, medical treatments, and more. This MOU aims at strengthening and expanding strategic ties between the two countries through providing a framework for cooperation on civil nuclear issues and for engagement between experts from government, industry, national laboratories, and also academic institutions. In terms of financing, the financing of a nuclear project in Kenya is expected to be carried out through combination of public and private sector funding, as well as foreign investment. The Kenyan government has expressed its commitment to the development of nuclear energy as part of its long-term energy strategy, and has identified the financing of the project as a priority for investment. In terms of capacity building, Kenya has been investing in training and education of its workforce to support development of nuclear energy program. The country has sent students to study nuclear science and engineering in countries such as Russia, South Korea, China, among others. Kenya has also been established Kenya Nuclear Electricity Board, KENEB, which is responsible for developing the human resource capacity needed to support the country's nuclear energy program. In terms of timeline, the Kenya government has set a target for having a 1,000 megawatt nuclear power plant operational by 2027. The first nuclear plant of 1,000 megawatts is expected to be commissioned by the year 2027 and is expected to grow to 4,000 megawatts by 2035. However, the timeline for development of nuclear energy in Kenya has been subject to delays and uncertainties, with some experts raising concerns over high cost and potential risks associated with nuclear power generation. Overall, the plans to develop nuclear energy in Kenya are still in the early stages. The country will need to address various technical, financial, regulatory issues before realizing its nuclear energy ambitions. Whether Kenya dream to become a nuclear energy producer is realizable is a matter of debate, and this depends on various factors. On one hand, Kenya has taken significant steps towards realizing its nuclear energy aspiration. It has developed a comprehensive nuclear energy policy and a regulatory framework. It has also signed agreements with nuclear energy partners. It has established an independent nuclear power corporation and also initiated the process of site selection for the proposed nuclear power plant. On the other hand, there are concerns about the feasibility and sustainability of the nuclear energy production in Kenya. Some experts argue that the high capital cost and long construction time required for nuclear power plants, as well as concerns about safety, waste management, and non-proliferation, make it a challenging option for a developing country like Kenya. There are also concerns about the availability of adequate financing and technical expertise, as well as public acceptance and political stability. It is worth noting that development of a nuclear power is a capital-intensive process, and it will require significant financial resources to build and operate nuclear power plants. The government will need to secure financing from a variety of sources, including financial institutions, private investors, and possibly other countries that have experience in developing nuclear power. Ultimately, Kenya's dream of becoming a nuclear energy producer is realizable, and this will depend on a range of factors, as you have seen, which include funding, expertise availability, acceptance by the public, and also political stability, as well as the ability of the government to manage the risks and challenges that come with these kind of investment. Kenya views nuclear plant or nuclear energy both from a long-term solution to high fuel cost. These are incurred during the times of drought, where diesel generators are used, and this has been seen as an effective way to cut carbon emission from power generating sector. In terms of when you compare Kenya with other African countries, Egypt, Morocco, Ghana, Sudan, Niger, and Nigeria, all these countries have engaged the International Nuclear Body, Atomic Energy Body agency, and they are evaluating their readiness to adopt a nuclear program. Zambia, Uganda, and Tunisia are also considering these options. So in South Africa, which has operational nuclear power plants, and it's also planning to increase its capacity through construction of a 2,500 megawatts nuclear power plant, and this is meant to enhance power generation capacity in country that is facing serious electricity crisis. Algeria is also planning to build a nuclear power plant, taking advantage of the massive uranium assets in the country, which are believed to be about 26,000 tons. Africa's interest in nuclear energy comes despite evidence that renewable energy options such as solar and wind provide a cheaper and greener way to raise electricity. In summary and conclusion, we can say that Kenya has been exploring the possibility of developing nuclear energy to address the country's growing electricity demand. In 2010, a feasibility study was conducted with which was made the conclusion that Kenya nuclear energy is a viable option in Kenya. In 2019, Kenya Parliament passed the Nuclear Energy Act, which provides a legal framework for the development and regulation and as well as use of nuclear energy in the country. The Nuclear Power and Energy Agency, NuPea, was developed, and it has developed a 15-year strategic plan for the implementation of the Kenya Nuclear Power Program. This strategy covers 22 key issues that are vital for the establishment of the necessary infrastructure which are related to this program. Kenya has signed several partnerships with other countries and organizations which include China, South Korea, Russia, and United States, and these are mainly to support the development of nuclear energy program in the country. Kenya government has set a target of having a 1,000 megawatts nuclear power plant operation by the year 2027. However, the plans to develop nuclear energy in Kenya are still in the early stages, and the country needs to address various technical, financial, and regulatory challenges before it starts this process. And with this way, probably we can say that the dream of Kenya to become a nuclear energy producing country is on the way, but these are the early stages. So thank you for watching this video. Thank you for coming this far. You can like, comment, and also give us your thoughts about these ambitious plan by Kenya to become a nuclear energy producer. For the repeat viewers, we thank you for the support that you have accorded this channel. Welcome again for more videos.